Hi. Hi, my name's Danielle, and I am going to be telling you about my audition experience for Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. I went there not last week, but the week before, April 7th. I went there to audition to be a dancer in the Beetlejuice show. For those of you who don't know, there's tons of videos, and it's a really great little show where they have like monsters and they sing songs, and it's really cool. I have been a big fan of the show for ever, like for the longest time. I actually taught myself the old show based on one of the characters' points. So I thought, oh my god, I finally get to audition. It's gonna be great. So I went up and I got a hotel for myself and I stayed up there. And it's in the Human Resources building, which it doesn't say Human Resources, so it throws a lot of people off. But it's a big building that says, has the big logo. It says Universal on it. It's hidden behind a parking garage now. There used to never be one there, now they're building one. So it's behind a parking garage for those of you who don't know where it is. You can Google map it though. There's a big sign. It does say something. It doesn't say Human Resources on it, I know that. It says something else. But, or it says Human Resources, and the one they give you in the email doesn't say that. But regardless, I was number 20. I got my own little number and I was number 20 and I was really excited. I was really nervous. I saw all the other girls there. Like, I showed up half an hour early. I showed up like 45 minutes early and sat in my car for half an hour or for like 15 minutes. I was like, oh my god, what do I do? Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Oh my god. I was like texting everybody I knew. I was like Facebooking like crazily. I was like, oh my god, guys, I'm here. What do I do? I was like waiting to see other girls. So I waited until it was the 30 minutes till, and then I walked up, and these girls were so intimidating. These were dancers, dude. These were dancers. These girls had their faces done up. They had their hair done up. They had on their pants and their shoes and their little tops and everything. And I was really intimidated. I was literally the thickest person there. It was really intimidating. Um, but we waited out there for a really long time. My audition time was at 5 o'clock. No, it was at 5:30. My audition time was at 5:30. I didn't actually get in the building until, oops, sorry, son. I didn't get in the building until about 6 o'clock. So thankfully it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold that day. It was a little humid. You go in, the security checks your bag, and then they take a headshot of you there, like while you're there. And sometimes it's not a flattering headshot, so don't be worried about it. It's just whatever. It's just easier to see it. Because you actually peel the back and stick it to the piece of paper they have you fill out. They have you fill out a piece of paper with all your information, asking when you'd be available to work, and what part you're looking for, and your sizes, and if you have any affiliation with Universal. And if you do currently work there or have worked there, they have you fill out a separate piece of paper. I waited for a really long time before I got picked, and I was actually super nervous. I knew I wasn't gonna get picked for this. I was just kind of there for the experience. But in the back of your mind, you're always kind of like, oh, I hope they kind of pick me. But I didn't get picked. But that's perfectly okay. They have you wait in the hallway and you get in order, and then like, okay, well, we're gonna take you into this room. You're gonna go in groups of 10, and you're gonna be there for, I forget the two women's names because I was too nervous. But it was like the casting director and like the show director. So it's just two women who was sitting there in a room, and it's like a wall full of mirrors, and then there's a table with them at it, and then it's just like the 10 of us. I was number 20, so I was in the second group, so that was kind of cool. I didn't have to go in the first group, so I was really nervous. I was shaking. It was ridiculous. So I went in, and she's like, okay, well, hi. It's so great to see all of you. Thank you for being here. And I'm like, oh my god, she's so freaking nice. I was so taken back by it. This was my first audition, so I was really taken back by it. And she was really nice. She's like, okay, just, show me what you got. That's all I want to see. It's whatever. Do what you can. I'm like, okay, well, you're going to see a whole lot of nothing out of me today. So there you go. So she's like, okay, we're going to have you do pirouettes on left and right feet. And then we're going to have like a freestyle thing at the end. I'm like, oh, crap. I can't do pirouettes. Ugh, my crap. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Everybody went. Everybody did really good. And then I came and I did really horrible. I like tripped over myself. And I don't even think I got one full turn in. Whatever, the girl sitting next to me clapped for me, so I felt really kind of nice about that. I was like, thank you, I need a pity clap, thank you. So she clapped, and that was cool. Then we did the freestyle, and I just completely blanked out. I had no idea what to do. I was so nervous. So I basically just did the old routine from the old show. I did the whole this and that, the I will survive dance, and did the turn, and I went balls to the wall with it. It was awesome. And it was to Pharrell's Happy. So every time I hear this song, I kind of have like PTSD. It's ridiculous. It was really nerve-wracking. I didn't get picked, callbacks for that night, so clearly I didn't get picked, and I'm perfectly okay with that. That show is ridiculously hard now, like, for some of those parts. I could be Cleopatra. I mean, that broad, like, sings very decently, and I can sing decently, so. So that was my first experience. I know I just kind of rambled through that super fast, and I'm really sorry about that. But I mean, there wasn't really a lot to tell from the first experience. I mean, I was just super nervous. Everybody was like stretching on the floor, like, oh yeah, I auditioned for Disney, and I want to be a Disney princess. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. Hi, I have weight issues. I can't work at Disney. Hey. So it was really intimidating. So that was kind of cool. But I liked being there. I liked being behind the scenes. I got to see the Hogwarts Express run when I was leaving because they were like doing test runs on it. So that was really cool. I was really excited about that. My second audition for Universal was literally like 2 or 3 days later. I think it was 2 days later. Like my first audition was on a Tuesday. No, my first audition was on a Monday. My second audition was on a Thursday. So it was really, really close. Like I came home for like a day and then I went back up to Universal. Got another hotel and stayed up there. So I was actually auditioning for an actor part because I want to act or dance or something. I mean, their dancing is ridiculously hard for the show now, but I mean, I could do some light dancing, like some parade dancing, like that would be fine. But I went in for actor and I wanted to be Alex Ross for the Monster Makeup Show. But there were all kinds of things. They were doing Storm, Rogue, Spider-Man, Captain America, Alex Ross and Mark James for the Monster Makeup Show, Beetlejuice himself, Cabby, conductor. There was something else I don't remember, but there was, Lonnie and Taylor. Lonnie is the guy from the Disaster Ride, and Taylor is from the Poseidon Show. So there was a lot of different things that I actually did qualify for. So I felt a little more good about this one, and I felt not as nervous because I knew where I was driving to. I knew what the process was going to be, and I was just like, okay, whatever, I got this. It'll be fine. I'll just do my little monologue, and they'll be all set. I actually did the monologue from Bridesmaids where Megan is talking about the dolphin that she met when she fell off a cruise ship, and it was actually really funny. I got a couple of people to laugh. So it was basically the same process. The only difference was this audition was at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, they audition between 5 and like midnight. It's really ridiculous, but I was number 213, I believe. I save all my stickers. They're just in the other room. I don't feel like getting them. But I was number 213, so that means there was, a lot of people. I think the numbers got all the way up to 236 before they stopped letting people into audition. Because at about 11:45, they lock the door so you can't come in to audition anymore. So it was the same process. I went in, took a headshot, filled out the paperwork, turned the paperwork in, waited in the hallway, and then they took us in groups of 5 this time. But they weren't in the room with you. The other 4 people stood outside the door. And it's the same looking room, wall of mirrors, table with people, and then just you. But this time there was 5 people, and what was really, really nerve-wracking was the lady in the middle. I almost said broad, and that's really inappropriate. I'm really Italian, sorry. The lady in the middle was actually the same woman. She was the casting director from the previous auditions. So I was like, oh no, she knows I'm really terrible. She's gonna be like, no, don't hire her. She can't dance. So I was really, really scared. I was like, okay, she's not gonna like me. I just went in, smiles. I'm like, hello. I read everything on what to do for an audition. So I didn't look them in the eyes. I didn't talk a lot except for my monologue. I did the monologue. They laughed a couple times. So it was really cool. I didn't mess up my monologue at all. And as soon as I was done, I looked at them. I saw it. I said thank you, and I walked out. I felt really confident about it. I don't know. I felt confident about it. I don't know if, I did good or not. I think I did pretty good. They don't say anything to you when you're in there. So if they don't say anything, don't be discouraged. Like, I thought they were going to say something because at the last audition, she was really talky, and I was like, oh, she's not talking today. But, there was also 200 plus people she had seen all day, and I was at the, bottom of the barrel for it. So I'm sure she was just over the day. But it was really cool. I really like auditioning for there. It's not crazy, but I don't know because I've never auditioned anywhere else. So I want to audition for Disney. I really want to, but there's just so many technicalities that just work against me right now. I really want to play Rapunzel or Snow White. And I can't do that because I am not fit or athletically thin or any of that. And I have this teeth thing going on, so I don't know, maybe one day, hopefully. But I really would like to work at Universal too. I would like either or both. Like, I will do both. Like, seriously, I would Snow White or Rapunzel the hell up out of that place. And I would Alex Ross the hell up out of that place. I want that job so bad. Callbacks were in 3 weeks. It hasn't been 3 weeks yet, and I've been checking my email every day, so I don't know if I didn't get the second one. So it's still up in the air right now. Hopefully I do. So I'm really nervous. I really, 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 really want to do that. So I check it all the time. I'm going to check it right now. Just like, because how cool would that be if it's like, oh, you guys, guess what? Like, as I'm doing this, that it's not in there, but that's okay. But they only audition like 2 times a year for these roles, so it's really nerve-wracking. So hopefully something will happen so I can move out of my parents' house and move up to Orlando and pretty much start my life. I feel kind of like a loser that I still live at home and I'm like 20 years old, so I don't know. So those are my audition experiences. I mean, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me and I'll answer them the best that I can. I don't know too much about Disney auditions. I mean, I've watched a lot of videos on girls who have done it and guys who have done it too. But this is just from my Universal experience. I know they're 2 completely different companies, so please don't like go in the comments and be like, oh my god, how can you compare Disney to Universal when they're not even the same thing? Like, I know they're not the same thing, but they are 2 theme parks in Orlando, Florida, that require auditions for jobs there. So I get that. I get that they're different. I'm just saying, like, I would like to audition for both. I've auditioned for one so far with 2 auditions under my belt, and that's pretty cool. So that's really interesting. It's a very relaxed process working, or not working, but auditioning for Universal. And I've heard it's a really relaxed process auditioning for Disney. So hopefully one day, you know, soon, if I lose the weight and everything, you know, I can get in there and try. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them the best that I can. And if you need any advice or anything for any upcoming auditions that you might have, I'd be very happy to talk to you about it. And anything, like, you can message me, you can comment or anything, and I will do my best to get to them. So those are my audition experiences, and I hope you guys have great audition experiences, and good luck to any auditions that you guys have. And again, any questions, just ask. And I will certainly let you guys know if I do get that job, because I will tell everybody. I will tell strangers. I will be on the news just in the background going, I got it! So bye guys, thank you for watching.